Welcome to Canada. Round 10 is amongst us, and we're going to try and get both drivers into Q3. How about that? I know, shocking, right? Nothing has really changed too much since the last time you was with us in terms of car improvement. We have got a chassis which is going to give us basically improvement. I do have nothing manufacturing. I do have a slot available, but the reason why I haven't done that is because I have got an ATR period in 10 days, and I think what we'll do at that point is we'll go on one big part left for the season and try and improve this car. But look at the overall, I don't know what's going on here. It feels like there's nothing we can do to get these back. We seem awful. I mean, what do we expect? Alonso's dragging a tractor around with him, but let's see if we can unlock some pace at Canada this time around. Maybe, just maybe, we can do the unthinkable and actually get both cars into the top 10 for the first time pretty much in the season, I think. So, what can we do? Canada can throw up some weather delights as well. So let's see how we get on. We're going to get our car ready. Light rain and heavy rain. Could be safety car fun as well. But let's see what we got. So it's go time. Go time in Q1 then. The track is dry. We have sent both cars now out. They should be able to put in a decent lap with clear air. Though, I mean, we've got a car coming through. Please be on the lap. They look like we're good. So here we go. We're going to be the last cars pretty much over the line in this session. 30 seconds to go. We've got to improve big time. Everybody is going to improve. Them times are going to fall. Doohan goes second. He's going to suddenly drop. Let's take a look though. 21.5, 21.4. Okay, pretty close. That could live with. That could put us anywhere at the moment. Through the middle sector, 22 flat and a 21.9. These are within each other so far. There's a Red Bull that we're catching up. Moves out the way, which is good. Alonso's going to get it. They're all going to get a clear lap here. Stroll to the line. Here we go. Come on. 14th and 15th. We're through. I think. We are through. We have got both cars through in Q1. Stroll by a fingertip. And that's all that matters. Liam Lawson on pole. This game ain't real. Surely. We survive. We're both in Q2 here at Canada. Let's go. And we're starting this, interestingly, on the softs. What is happening here? Weather. Track. Ooh, okay. Quite interesting that. We're going to have extra sets of tyres. Everyone looks like they're going to send cars straight away, so are we. We might as well get a lap time on the board. And let's see, first of all, where we put these cars. So, clear lap ahead of us. We're going to catch Albon, not going to affect us. Stroll only 13th. And now as we watch Alonso come across the line, he's going to slot himself in to 10th. So we've got one car through at the moment. We all know that is not going to be lasting. Now, with the rain starting, we've got to go for another lap here. We've got to go for another lap. The rain is started, 0.2. We're going to not improve by the look of it.
Okay, you're currently P14.
Stroll is going to be out potentially here. Alonso hasn't improved either. The rain is coming down. And is Stroll going to take another battering in qualifying? It looks like. What are we doing on the weather? 0.3. I don't think anyone's going to be improving. I mean, we might as well hope for a fluke, right? You never know. We might aquaplane through a corner. They might not pick it up on the old TV. We've still got DRS. We're never going to improve. And there you go. It's a quite literal rubbish end to Q2. Stroll's out again. But Alonso has made it through by the skin of his teeth. Look at that. 9 thousandths of a second. Norris, Piastri both out. Stroll will start 14th. Alonso again makes it through. We are into the Canadian qualifying Q3. And can we get through? What do we got weather-wise? Ooh, we need to target that little bit there. That's where we've got to target and get the best conditions. So everybody coming out, this might be our best chance of a lap time. If we look at the weather, we're just going to enter that dip as we start our lap. Can we upset the apple cart of those around us? And I think that might be just the best conditions. So as we go round the hairpin, we are about to start our flying lap. Could be our only flying lap. A 1:17.5 currently by Kick Sauber's Bortoletto. Let's see what we can do. 0.142. We have started in pretty good conditions here. Track sort of drying to us all the time. We need that to kind of like get a little bit more wet now so that we can be on the best conditions. 1.36. So dropping all the time the dampness. And we've got a yellow flag. There's 2 cars off, but we can continue by the look of it. Let's just have a look first of all. Mercedes and a Red Bull. Turn 1. And they've just touched and they've held all them. That could be huge. That could be huge in qualifying 3. Because that might be the best lap they're going to get. As we come down the straight. Track still drying out. 1.26 now. As we go to the line. Are we going to get ahead of Bortoletto? We cross the line. We are not. But we're ahead of both the Williams. It's currently P2. So here we go. Final Q3 time is going to be now. The dampness is getting worse. It's starting to increase. Bortoletto is 3rd. Alonso is currently 4th. But with a bit drier of a track, it is getting more damp though, but it's less than when we did our lap time. Question is, can we improve on these intermediate tyres? 8 tenths off the lead. We saw that big crash at the first corner, and we are green through the first sector. 22.7 as Albon takes pole position at the moment. Provisional pole with a 16.4. Sainz goes second by a tenth. Verstappen only second. Albon is ahead of Verstappen. As we now go down the straight, can we find 1.2 seconds? It's getting more damp all the time. Have Albon and co match this perfectly. As we come across the line, we are going to improve, but it's only to 8th place. Albon and the Williams getting the best conditions possible. And that might see us start last because Leclerc crosses the line. Hamilton will take pole. Albon in the Williams in second. And maybe we just was lacking that pace. 16.3. We did a 17.1. We were well off the pace. Frustratingly. But it looks a different kettle of fish for the race. Heavy rain expected in this race. And it looks like it's going to be coming at the end of the race. You can see there. It's going to be around that point. And it looks like it's going to be heavy as well. So I think you're going to be around that lap so far. I think about that. And what we got to do is we have probably got to take some fuel out of this car. Because the wet conditions are going to mean we're slower. So, let's amend this one. I think you're going to be about there. It is going to be go time. Can we run to... Hold on a minute. We're going to have softs left over. No. Okay. Okay. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's change Stroll to go longer in this first stint. Medium start, I think, for Stroll. You never know. Like so. And then on to softs. Let's extend that out. Like so. And let's see. Let's see if our boys in green, Aston Martin green, not Kick Sauber, can fight their way. This race should be full of carnage. It's the Canadian Grand Prix. Can we secure more points? Can we get both cars into the top 10? It's going to be lights out shortly. We're going to be underfueled for the rain at the end. The Canadian Grand Prix is a go. We are away here in Canada. Let's see what we can do. And after getting into Q3, Alonso fighting hard with the McLaren of Norris to try and keep hold of his top 10 finish of position. So let's just keep these on balanced. We've got faster cars around us at this stage as we go on board. And we can see the McLaren of Norris and Piastri right around our position. So Stroll 14th as we all hunt down. And I'm going to definitely just sit on the fuel. We don't need to... We're going to save a lot of fuel in the wet. We're going to be going slower, which means less fuel being used. As on lap 2, already, DRS now enabled. We are in P11, sitting just outside of Norris. And let's just move back to standard whilst we're in the dirty air. And here's a move. Here is a move. We probably got on it at the wrong time. Jack Doohan, see you later. You've just been caught sleeping by Sir Lance Stroll. Let's go. And look at this. Traction out the corner. Hard tyre for the Alpine. And we're through. Nicely done. That is nicely done. But we've got to keep hold of that car ahead. We've got to keep hold. I mean, Alonso's got Norris as well. Where did that come from? Was it into the hairpin? Traction? There you go. Not something that we often say, that fast acceleration from an Aston Martin. But you know what? We've got the move, and here comes another move. Bortoleto next. Hangs it. And he's not going to get through. We're through into 9th. This lighter fuel load working a treat. Stroll 13th. Alonso 9th. And this is a great... Actually, we've got to keep pushing. Because with Bortoleto behind us, we've got a chance to extend this. And look at this little bit of a absolute Verstappen mechanical fault who's in the lead of this race. That's interesting. And we are now within a second of who we got? Antonelli in front of us. Let's go light. Might as well look after the tyres in DRS. Same with Stroll, which is going to help us on saving. And now we've quickly fell away. Stroll, 8 tenths. Gasly behind. Think we go medium, and we let these race. Lap 9 sees Lance Stroll up against Gasly. As we come out the hairpin, down the straight, medium tyres. This is encouraging that we're that much quicker over the Alpine, and we've put the gas on, and we're ahead. Here is a bad exit by Alonso, who's dropped to 10th. Piastri's just got us, but the main thing for me is we've got Stroll up to 13th. But what can we do with Alonso? I think we're fighting cars that are very quick, and I wanted to see Aston Martin in the points quite a lot this season, but when you actually think about it, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, there's 8 positions pretty much gone, and then you've got the Williams who are absolutely flying this season so far. So really, you've got to kind of expect that we're going to be battling for very, very minor points as we come on the back now again of Gasly. And that is a beautiful move round the outside for Stroll of the last corner and inside of the chicane. And we're back up to 13th. So it's 11th. We haven't got pace, it seems. Bortoleto, always worrying when this Kick Sauber is all over the back. And that is a safety car. That is amazing for our fuel consumption saving. Safety car out. Who for? It is Behrman. Behrman has crashed on turn 4. And let's take a look. Gets on the grass, does he? Oh, off the curb. Into the wall. And Behrman is finding life tough. He is out. And we are now under safety car conditions. Behrman retires. And we can now look after some fuel. I'm a little bit concerned because everybody has just pitted. We've stayed out. I think the whole field have just done us. But surely you ain't getting them 50 laps. This is it. We are P1 and P2 at the moment. Wow. So, safety car ending. I tell you what, we might have not had the brains. I haven't got that strategy power to think about hards there until the wet stuff. Absolutely no chance. But I tell you what's going to happen. It's a double Aston Martin leading the field. And we're just going to push like crazy. And see if we can collect anyone some seconds away from us. Safety car has now gone in. We are racing again. Let's go on board with Hamilton. Let's absolutely push. Remember, we've got the wet stuff coming in at the end. Wow. Hamilton has just done us on hard tyres. That is worrying. But we're still out front. Maybe we can bottleneck these cars for a little bit. I kind of wanted to peel away from them. But look at the speed on the Ferrari. And he's ahead of us. We've lost P1 already. We didn't even lead a lap. We did lead a race. But very, very vaguely. That was ridiculous. We are P2, P3. This might benefit Stroll. We're going to go backwards. I get that. And we've got Tsunoda with a mechanical fault. So we are going to go backwards in this race. But I'm going to leave him on standard. And let's just see how far we drop. Because rain is expected by lap 53 to start coming in. I don't know if these hard tyres get another 30 laps for some of these. You look at the percentages. I think that's going to be close. I mean, what... Apparently hard tyres can do 75 laps. Okay, maybe, just maybe, we are absolutely stuffed. But what the hell? Here comes Lance Stroll. What?
Yep.
Stroll coming at Alonso. We are still P2, P3. We're going to have to just hope for the best here. Maybe another safety car. And we're just going to have to really, really hope. So on lap 23, consider where we are before everybody pitted. Leclerc's got to pit again. These mediums might not get there to the wet stuff. Albon's now got a mechanical fault in 10th. We are still 5th and 6th. We've dropped back, and dropped back. But Alonso will have to pit. But the question is, he might be able to run some softs. We've surely got softs available. We do. So I think when it comes to pit time, I'm going to go on some more softs for Alonso. He's now down to 7th. And here we go. Stroll now concedes position. So we are dropping all the time. Them hard tyres are on 80s. We might have been absolutely done dirty by the safety car. It didn't look like it. It looked like... I can't believe everyone pitted to hards. I'm so shocked. That is such intelligent racing. And I am just not got the brains. But we're going to ignore that for now. With Alonso in 7th. I do just want to go a little bit longer. So it's going to be painful. We're going to bring Alonso in. But look how close this whole field is. This is going to be really annoying. We're going to go for soft tyres on lap 30. Alonso, I don't know why you're having a move at him, mate. You are literally coming in the pits. Stroll, I mean, that'll be a relief to everybody. The problem is, it's just them hard tyres are going to get to the end in terms of the wets coming out. So we are probably like net 17th now. We've been done by that safety car. Big time. That has absolutely threw everything into disarray. You can see here, we're not going to get these mediums to lap 51. No threat. So we might as well pit and get on faster tyres. We may as well. We've got to. It's the only thing we can do. As now we come in, yellow flag. Now you call a V. No! What? We just came out miles at the back. What is... No way! Yuki Tsunoda. You've gone into the back of us, haven't you? Oh, you absolute... Well, could he not reach the pedal? You joking me?
As for the team back in the garage,
At least we'll never know with Alonso, hey. At least we'll never know. But I tell you what. Stroll's in. And this race got neutralised. Which is not the worst thing in the world. Because, I mean, if everyone wasn't so close, we might actually have got away. And it's now a safety car. It is now a safety car. No VSC. We're going to catch up to the pack. We're going to be on soft tyres unless everybody decides to pit again, which they do. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be such a long day at the office. I bet they all go softs now as well. I bet you. I bet you they all go to softs. Watch this. This would be ultimate kick in the teeth. Are you ready? Yeah. You couldn't write this up. If we would have stayed out for like 1 lap, 2 laps, we'd have been absolutely ace. We'd have been spot on near the top. We're going to still be, though, 12th place. And safety car is ending. Oh my God, this whole race relies on Stroll. That is concerning. And we've probably got enough attack mode now. Rain in 4 minutes. We've got green flag. Verstappen will lead us. We've got Albon with a component very, very rough. There is the chance that he doesn't make the end. But we've got a lot of racing to do as we get racing on lap 35. Where is that weather? Where is that weather? Lap 50, and it's going to get heavy. It's going to get very heavy in this race. Almost like me on the scales at home. The scales are going to go, oh man, this is going to be bad. Yep, that's what it feels like. So into the hairpin we go. We're going to push fuel and tyres now. We're going to get a load of fuel back under the wet conditions. P12 for Stroll. And can we just top up? I mean, we can pretty much probably attack for a while.
It is spitting.
It is spitting in Canada. Here we are. We are now about to get Bortoletto into P11 if we can make it. We get the traction. It's 11th place, but the rain is incoming on lap 43. The question is, when do we pull the trigger? This is going to get very heavy on lap 49. I feel like we need to absolutely hold this out as long as we can. No intermediates, straight to wets. Got to. Absolutely got to do this. We might as well attack these tyres now. Try and gain ahead of Bortoletto. Hunt down Hulkenberg, who has got the fastest lap of the race so far. And we are closing all the time. We are now up to 0.3 millimetres of rain on the track. On lap 44, if we get Albon, who could go out of this race, we surely might get another safety car. There is a chance. There is a chance that we can pull this out the bag and Stroll could pick up some very valuable points. But that rain is getting worse. Can we hold on to the conditions? We've got to get Stroll through as well in terms of actually surviving this. Piastri's closing behind. And we're just going to try and top up all the time. Piastri really closing on lap 45. Here it comes. The rain is coming. It is time to gamble. Everybody is in the pits. That is when you usually know it's time to pit. And sad... There's a McLaren just gone back past us. That's rude. I was talking. Wow. Everybody is in the pits. We've surely got double stacks everywhere. But luckily, we're the only car left in from Aston Martin. Oh, no. Let me go. Where are we going to come out, though? Is it 12th? I think we're in 12th. And the rain is streaming down now. Here we go. It is wet. Very, very wet. And we're in P12. Anybody? Oh, still soft tyres out there. Jack Doohan and Hajar. Both out there. That means we're going to move into the points. If we can do this. Russell's got a mechanical fault. Albon's got a mechanical fault. We could get Stroll into a beautiful position here. We're going to look after fuel because at the end of the day, we need to save a bit of fuel with 20 laps to go. We're going to harvest down the straight. We're going to keep these tyres cool. No DRS now, remember, as well. And is they still out? They're still out. What are they doing? Well, it's going to be my gain. I'm not going to complain one bit. We got to get some fuel back, though. Tyres overheating. Can we keep these tyres in a good condition? We know we're not great on tyres. We're just going to keep an eye on the gaps. The gaps are tumbling. Absolutely tumbling. We're going to try and keep the tyres under control. We're catching up to the pack now because they are stuck behind Jack Doohan and Hajar. We just need them to move aside, get into the pits. There you go. Doohan's in the pit, Hajar's in the pit. And that is going to promote us back into, well, first time in the top 10. And this weather is incredible. It is absolutely coming down. And we're going to keep these tyres in the perfect window. We're going to keep an eye on the gap to what is Ocon. If that drops to about a second, I'll push again. But at the moment, with a pretty much full battery, I want to just still look after these tyres. Keep them from really rinsing. And hopefully, later on in the race, we're going to have a strong chance with better tyres to maybe come back out the field. But on lap 52, going on to lap 53, shortly, it is P10 for Stroll. And how about this? Leclerc spinning it. I don't think it's going to be any detriment to us. Oh, gets on the curb. He is lucky to keep that out the barrier. Very lucky. Looks like he got rinsed on the curb and that saved him. But we are just going to conserve a little bit of fuel at 1.3 kilograms. And we are going to now push the tyres and our ERS to counteract that fuel saving. Still, there's some P7, P8 heavy component damage. We could still catch up them cars. But we've got to get some of the fuel on board. And then let's see what we can do, if anything. But at the minute, we're on for a point. And Albon has had a big mechanical fault. Albon looks like he's going to be out. There we go. The engine is gone on Albon. That could promote us, by the way, into P9, if we can. Does he pit, though? Does Albon pit? He does. And now we are going to be moving up to P9. Come on. P9. Now we just need Russell to go. And we could be up into P8. And the track just changing to damp on lap 67. We've been saving fuel all the time. But look at the gap now. 1.3 to Piastri. We look like we're pretty set in 9th place. Verstappen's now got mechanical faults. So there is a chance that something else happens here. But on lap 67, we're going to get some ERS system back. The question will be, fuel is now good. I was about to say, can we get the fuel back? But we're good. We're good on fuel. We've got 2 seconds to find, which I think without pushing the ERS system, we cannot catch. But at the moment, Stroll is on for a really, really good race, dependent on if anything else happens. It is P9. We've had a good race so far. And surely we're going to be able to keep this up. So we are shortly about to start our final lap. Hamilton is already on that lap, but we are about to come across the line in 9th place to start the final lap. It could be points here. It could be points for Lance Stroll. He's on wet tyres, same as everybody else. We've pushed and pushed, but we couldn't blow Russell or Piastri's house down. And we are now going to bring this home. Norris is 10th. Hulkenberg getting big points for Kick Sauber again, which is annoying. But Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari in Canada takes victory from Verstappen. Russell is going to survive with his component issues. He's going to make it to the end. But it's a big round of applause because Lance Stroll is going to pick up 2 points for Aston Martin. It's a bad day against Kick, but it's a good day for confidence of Lance Stroll. He comes home in 9th here at Canada, and I'm sure the team are going to be happy. I mean, I wouldn't be that happy, but he's happy. P1, I mean, take 8 positions and you might get your result, Stroll. But we'll take it. He was up 5. What could have been for Fernando Alonso? What could have been? I reckon he would have got higher because he was in a good position. But then again, that safety car probably would have caught him out even more. He'd have been right at the back with Stroll. So, Verstappen holding on to the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Constructors, Kick Sauber gained 7 points on Aston Martin. Williams gained another 8. We're struggling in the race. We are only 6th place. That is going to be tough. Now, results of the fastest lap. I always say fastest lap. Fastest pit time. We are not on there. We did a 2.6, 2.7 and a 2.8. But Alonso DNF because of Yuki Tsunoda. Stroll was the only one to finish. And it makes up another difficult race. Luckily, we've got an ATR period. We've got side pods complete as well around the corner. The 11th of June, in 11 days' time, we head off to Austria. But as you can see, we've got a look at that. Well, I mean, really, you would think Racing Bulls should pay for that. I mean, they just absolutely stacked into the back of us. So where's the real punishment? Because, I mean, it's cost us millions of pounds on this. It's just ridiculous. And look at the powertrain. Gearbox is gone. We'll put that on for practice, the bad one, to save that. ERS is about gone. Engine took a beating in that race as well. So it's really tough work now for the cars. And we've also got underfloor failure for Stroll. So these cars are taking a pounding. We have got side pods that we can create. And they are looking a little bit better. Well, a lot better than what we had. So that is going to apparently make us worse. I think there's a bit of a visual bug on this, because if we go car performance 2, they are definitely better. We're going to get them manufactured and then we should be good to go. Hopefully we can start to see improvement. Austria is up next.